Hello and welcome along and welcome back to the Valley of the Old Farm, where today we're in our 8140. I think this is an 8140, isn't it? Oh, we can't see it in this light. Yes, our 8140. Whoa. And yeah, we're heading up to the shop because we need to get ourselves a cultivator. So we're just going to pull in here. And pick cultivators. The cultivator I'm going for is a great mix of power and width. It is this one, the Horsch Toronto 4FX. So this is a 4-meter cultivator. We're going to get the smooth disc version. It's 13,800. As you can see, we are well into the red at the moment. So what I'm going to do is just borrow another 15,000. Ooh, I'm hoping that's going to be enough. Let's check. Can we purchase this cultivator now or not? There it is. 13,000. We can't. We're going to borrow another 500. There we go. It's just outside of our purchasable amount. There we go. Let's grab that then. Buy that, because we're going to be doing a few fields with that. And away we go. And we're going to lease our first field today as well. So actually, it's a good thing that we did this, because we need to get a field leased and get to work on it so that we can expand the farm and give ourselves a little bit of grass as well. If I can close that window. Not sure what the command is to close that window. Never mind. There we are. Right, and back up. I've got my door open now as well. Connect it. Connect the hoses. Close the door. There we go. Up. And then fold this so that we can transport it along the road rather nicely. There we go. Lots of working lights. So I'm just going to turn this down to the basic lights. And away we go. So we're going to get this back down to the farm. And then we will get our first leased field set up. And the field we're looking to lease is just up here. It is field 61. We need to get round here. Yeah. Up our farm track. And then it's just over the brow here, near the entrance, or the back entrance to the farm here. It's got this field 83 comes with it, so we lease in blocks, and the rain is beginning to fall. But this is the field here, field 61, and I'll show you why we're going for this. I did mention this last time, but basically, if we have a look in here, field 61 is this field here. You can see it's harvested. It was wheat before. And it is now in harvested, but it is second stage fertilized. So we will have to do very little work to get this ready. We're going to be seeding it with something. I'm not 100% sure what yet. But before we can do that, we do need to have this unfolded and our field ready for us. So let's do this. We're going to course play this. So we'll set a course, field 61. Now that's interesting. Normally when I click, we don't own field 61 yet. That's what the problem is. So into the global company mod, field leasing, we'll look for field 61, which is there. We will lease that. Lease it for 6,000. Yes. Now we've leased that for 6,000. It's put us to minus 2,000. Interesting that we can lease and send ourselves into minus numbers. So course generation, field 61, and you can see we've got 83 here as well. Current vehicle position, starting direction automatic, no islands. Headlands we want to do with a 4 meter. We want 2 headlands. Headlands we want to do it counterclockwise or we'll do it clockwise. Up down rows first, headland corners, turn, generate me a course, and it's perfect. That's exactly the course that we want. So let's get back out and head down to the first waypoint. And this is just preparing this field ready for it to ready for us to seed in it, which we need to really start thinking about our rotation, I think. There we go. There's a few crops that are very nice on here that will work very well with their seeding windows. Drive course. And away it goes. And while that's starting off, we will have a look at our season setup. So we know we've got wheat in. Wheat followed by sunflowers, I think, actually do fairly well. So if we put sunflowers in here, we could then go with corn next, I think. Yeah, look at that. That's a pretty good setup there. With our planting season, we can't plant canola till later in the year. We're looking at doing sunflowers and corn and wheat on here then. So we can plant sunflowers now, we can plant corn now, and we can plant wheat now. So I think that's great. And then we'll get another field later in the year, and that will do us really well. So yeah, we only need to get one more field now to work. And then after that, we will be able to get into this. Now, what we need to do next is we need to head over to here in this. Because we need to go and clean out our animals. And then go and sort out getting them some more feed. Which is going to be fun in this rain. It's not going to last too long, this rain. So if we clean out the animals now and give them a bit of food, get them going nicely, get them their water, then they will be much better off, and then we can go and get some extra feed for them. We know it'll take about, I think we want about 4 hay bales, I worked out. We're just riding the bottom of that. There we go. That's got it. And I'm not immediately going to get the BGA now. Something I was discussing last time was we could get the BGA. We could set ourselves up for a daily income of this. But I think a better bet for us is actually going to be to hold off and do some contracts, as somebody pointed out last time. I think contracts for us will work out a lot better. Will mean that we can get a lot more money in that way if we can just pick up a daily contract to do. And we'll have a look at those in a minute. We do need to get all of our animals, animal feeding and everything done first. So let's do that. There we go. So how are our animals? Our cows are now clean, but could do with, clean, but definitely need feeding. Chickens could do with a bit of food. The sheep could do with a bit of food and some water. So, yeah, normal stuff. Let's close this door then. And look at that. We have a full pallet of wool. When is the best time for us to sell wool? That actually is coming up next game day. We'll sell some wool and we'll make some profit on that. So that will be good. Some early profit is going to be really useful to us next time. Now, I want to head down the bottom. I think we still have some chicken feed in our bottom yard. And if we can get that, then we're going to be, again, we're going to be good. We're going to be able to keep our chickens going. They have, do we have a full container off them yet? No, we don't have a full set of eggs off the chickens yet. When they do, we're going to put a hut in to start collecting them. Yeah, let's refill that. Right, that should do it. I don't think we need a full bucket. Let's check. Chickens. No, that is going to be more than enough wheat that we've got in here now. I'm going to use these up first and then put it into our, put the excess into our grain store each time. Let's do that. As I said, I think this is going to be more than enough. Yep, there we go. So put the rest back into the bucket. Whoop. And the rest of this can go into our grain store ready for later. So the wheat that we've got, that is going to be enough for us to keep our chickens going for a long while. And the field that we're harvesting, that should also do it. Or the field that we've planted, that should also do it. So that will be good. Right, and there we go. So, next, let's go and drop the bucket off this. Oh, actually, we want to go and give some water to our animals. So we'll go and hook up to the tanker. Get the pack hooked up and sort that out. And this is the thing, we're going to be doing a lot of looking after the animals on here. That's going to be one part of the video that's going to be fairly repetitive each time, I think. I can sort of move through it a bit quicker though. There we go. Open this up. Reverse it up and fill this up with water. Like so. Now that was interesting. I had to go and borrow another 5,000 because our water wouldn't fill unless I was in positive money. That's really weird. Because it doesn't cost anything for the water. So that is a little bit odd. We're alright though. We're almost full. We'll go give this to the cows first. And then we do the sheep. Because the cows tend to take more water. And we tend to be left with some in the tank from doing them. Yeah. That was odd. So we've had to borrow another 5,000. I've also realised we're on pounds. We want to be on euros because this is a French map. This is, again, this is one of those things that I really, 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 really wish that was altered in the game. Is that the currency and the and all the settings were per game, not per thing. I mean, you set your character per game. It'd be nice if we could set the nice if we set these options per game as well, because when I'm doing something like this, when I'm flitting between sort of 3 different save games in that would require 3 different currencies, it's annoying because I do miss it. I do miss doing that switch when I'm doing a setup. Right, let's get down here and get this water dropped off and get our cows nice and happy. Reverse it up like so. Oh, forward a little bit There we are. And empty it out. And there we go. I think that's looking very, very full. Wow. Yeah, there we are. That's emptied. Off with the handbrake, and out we go. So we've still got 50% on our tank. Now, the rain does fill up their feeding troughs a little bit. I'm hoping that the grass is going to grow in here soon, because I could really do with not having to be buying feed for the cows. But, yeah. Right, jump out. And into here. And I specifically opted not to have the animal pen extension in here. Because I wanted to make sure that I had to actually look after the animals on this series. And yeah, having to take a tank of water around each time really kind of drives that home. And makes sure that I do check on the animals and I do work with the animals each time. Does mean that, as I said earlier, we're going to be doing quite a bit of work with the animals while our tractor is out farming. But if we get time today, what I will be doing is a contract towards the end of this. So let's get this out of here. And bring this open. Reverse this up and get these down here. It's a little bit tighter in here with the sheep. So someone was saying in the chat last time, or in the comments last time, these sheep will produce wool through to the end of summer. I'm really hoping so. Wool to the end of the summer would be perfect for us. There we go. They didn't need much. Yeah, the rain does make a difference. We're still 43% full. So let's get this parked back up. And then we can look at going down to the shop and getting some supplies. Which are going to be interesting because I'm going to have to choose between the pallet fork and the bale spike. I think we're going to take the pallet fork down there, and we're going to... what we're going to do is we'll have to spike the bales with the pallet fork. Which is not ideal, but is something we'll have to do in order to actually get all the supplies that we need and that we want. So we will do that. But let's detach the PTO. Attach this. And then we're going to drop off our bucket in here. Like so. And then we need to go and find our pallet forks, which are down the bottom, along with our flatbed trailer, which is just around here. Yeah, there's the flatbed. We've got one bale of straw at the moment, I think, if I remember correctly. We can just check that. Yeah, there we go, one bale of straw. So let's head down to the bottom bit, get our pallet forks, and we can head up to the shop. And hopefully this rain will stop, because I don't want to be dealing with bales in the rain if I can avoid it. Pallet forks are down there in there. So we'll drive into here, hook these up, like so. Reverse out. And we'll head down to the shop, and hopefully by the time we get down there, this rain might have stopped if we're lucky. The rain hasn't stopped yet, but it is beginning to ease. I think that when midday rolls around, we may discover that it's a lot drier, which will be good. So what I'm going to do is bring my trailer around, and by the time we are set up and got ourselves, I'm trying to think what the best thing for us to do. We don't want TMR for our cows at the moment, we've got this pallet of seeds, so we need to get this back. So let's hop off and get that sorted while we're waiting for this rain to end. And I'm just trying to think if we need anything more. We're going to need, I think we're probably going to need another pallet of seeds. In order to do our stuff, or to do what we're looking to get in. Get that down, and nope, we're not quite straight. There we go. So we'll get these on the front. Shouldn't really load the front of the trailer first, but we're going to be putting a lot of bales on here. I think we're going to probably get at least 4 hay bales. I'm considering going up to 6. We can afford another pallet of this is the thing. We need a pallet of these. We need a pallet. I would have said we need a pallet of fertilizer at the very least as well. There we go. So do that. Let's get ourselves another pallet of those. Really hoping. Oh no, it's no, it has. So the rain is ending, so we can get some straw bales as well. But pallets, I am looking for a pallet of seeds. 1,000. Oh, okay, we're not going to get those yet. Then we'll get those as we need them. What I do want is a pallet of fertilizer while we're down here. 2,500 for a pallet of fertilizer as well. That is slightly more expensive than I remember. I'm going to get that when I need it as well. Because we do have other options. I mean, a manure pallet is only 100. So if we got a small spreader, manure spreader, we could use that. What I do want is bales. Right, so round hay bales are 650, round straw bales are 650. So as I said, we want 6 of these. 3,000. Okay, so that's going to be that, and these. I think we probably only want 3 of these. So yeah, we are going to have to borrow a little bit more money. We really need to see what kind of contract stuff we have available to us. Right, I'm going to borrow another 10,000, and this is why I don't think we're going to be able to get the BGA, because we want to get all of these in, but at the same time we can't really afford to do it. 3 of these, right? Buy that, yes, okay, yeah. So we need to start working on getting this loan down. And the only way we're going to be able to do that is if we start doing contracts and things. So I'm now going to do something I said last time that I wasn't fond of, which is spiking bales with forks. In fact, what I want to do is basically... Oh, no, that's not going to work. Yeah, this is not realistic. This is where I'm putting the not realistic caveat on here. Because, wow, is this not realistic. And we're gonna try and put this over the wheels. I've done myself in a little bit here, because really I've put my trailer in one of the most awkward places for me to load. And we want to get this over the wheels. That is more realistic, where we've loaded those. And getting all these bales up, this is going to keep our cows fed and our sheep fed for a while. So let's get these loaded up, and then we can head home. There we go. That is all loaded up. Let's get this back down to our farm. Now, I'm just trying to think if there is anything else that we need while we're up here that would need to go on this trailer. At the moment, I can't think of anything. As I said, we are going to need to get some We are going to need to get some fertilizer, but not before we got a fertilizer spreader, and we work out whether we're going to get a a spreader or a sprayer. A sprayer might be more use to us. So yeah, let's get this back. I think this will do us for now, and we will go from there. Nearly back at the farm, and it started raining again. So we've had a short respite. We've managed to get, we've got back here, but it started raining again. I'm going to have to get these bales under cover quickly. 6 minutes in game, 5 minutes in game, and we will lose some of the straw from these. So yeah, I want to get these under cover quickly. Here we'll do. Just put them straight back. And we're in. Oh, that was close. We will just check our bales. Filter. Ah, oh, look at that. Ever so slightly. We've lost a little bit from our bales. That is annoying. We waited until we had that clear time, and yeah. We still lost some of the contents of our bales. That is really annoying. We're okay for a few minutes. Just get these. Basically, you don't want these bales under cover when it hits the hour, is what you're trying to avoid. So we should be able to transfer them up here and get them so that we can unload them and get our cows fed. It was just annoying that it happened at that point. And lots of people use the hayloft up there. I think we might do at some point. At the moment, I'm not in a position to really. What I need to do is get these unloaded. So let's back this up. Get this into a barn I can actually unload them from. Over here. And put them in the far end of here. We should be able to get access to them. Like that. Yeah. There we go. That's better. And just check that they haven't diminished any further. No, they haven't. So, yeah. We managed to transfer that without any issues. Let's switch on. Let's get rid of this front loader tool. So detach that there, and we'll go and get the bale spike so that we can actually unload these properly. And we're gonna want to do some straw blowing as well soon. Yeah, we're basically gonna unload them into this barn as well. Right, and switch and drop that off, and then we've got access to this. Yeah, unload them into this barn, but also we want to feed our sheep and our cows. So that's probably going to take 3 of the 6 bales we've got, but that will keep them going for a couple of days. So off with all of our straps. There we go. Like so. Grab the first one. Get this right, and this can go straight in to feed the sheep. Yeah, 1 bale will do the sheep for 3 days. 2 bales, I think, will do the cows. And out. And you can see this, it looks like it's not fed it to them, but that is down to 400 litres. So that will feed our sheep for a little while. We want to head back out of here and get 2 of the other hay bales. Now, we can't do that immediately. What we need to do is to get these unloaded first, I think. There we are. Oh, no. Let's try that again. There we go. And if we keep these undercover, they're not going to diminish at all. There, like that. And now we can get at the ones at the back. Oh no, we can't. Oh, not at that angle we can't. Not with this fairly short front loader. So we need to come further in and round. And... oh. Yeah, that's got it. Just... yeah, this is the trouble with having to deal with this in the rain. Is that we end up with this slight awkwardness of trying to sort this stuff. In and under and down. So how much will this fill them? Let's have a look. So cows are looking better. They could, yeah, another 4,000 will do them. Sheep are all good. In fact, we could take the excess from that sheep, the sheep have at the moment, and load that into the cows. That would be a really, really good use of that, of the excess from that bale. The extra 400 will go into the cows very nicely, in fact. So we'll get one more bale from here to fill our cows, like that. And that now takes our cows up to 8,000. And yeah, that 400 litres in that other bale will go in here absolutely perfectly. And then that means we're almost to the end of spring. We'll be day 5 of spring before our cows are in need. Our cows and sheep are in need of feeding again, which is great. And we've got the feed to do it. We know that 3 bales will do both of them for the feeding for that period. There we go. Cows are all good. Sheep are all good. Chickens are all good. Last thing we need to do with this is get the straw done. So we'll do that. Give the cows some more straw, and that will keep them happy. Don't know how our other tractor is doing on its cultivating. It has been doing well, and I think that next time we will probably be getting that field planted. It's had wheat in it before, so I think that means we've got we're going to put sunflowers in it this time. Let's bring that round here and drop that down. Like so, and then we can go and get a straw bale off our trailer. Okay, I'm going to get this undercover before the bale diminishes. Should give myself more angle, but we're all right. There we go. I do love that you can front mount the blower like this. And that is absolutely brilliant for the way this farm is set up. Even if it does, yeah, we are a little bit, even with the wheel weights, it's pushing it. And blow it. All good. 1,500 litres left. Yep, no more room for straw. Absolutely perfect. And our other tractor has finished, which is also good news. There we go. So our animals are now taken care of for a couple of days, which is great, because that means next time what we can do is we can get this little tractor to use doing some seeding. We can go and get another field. I want to get another field, one more, that we will rent. And that will then serve for that last crop for this season. Let's disconnect that. And head over to here where, oh wow, we need to do some cleanup. So, stop driver, unfold that, start our tractor, and we'll just do a little bit of cleanup before we go. Finishing, yeah, it's a little late in the day for us to be getting on with the seeding on this field. But we are in a position where we can just clear this little bit off. Right. I do like this 8140. And I think what we might do is we might get some cultivating done with this next time. And have some fun with that. Because we've not used this tractor much ourselves yet. The rest of this field actually looks pretty good. Let's have a look at how it's done on here. Yeah, that is fully cultivated. Not really any spacers marked as not. So that is perfect. We'll get this tractor back to our shed then. Because, yay, we are done for the day, I think. So, yeah, I'm going to drive this back. Which means that all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos from Virtual Farmer, please subscribe to the channel and ring that bell. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.